Welcome everybody to today's top tips and tricks for flowers. So I'd really appreciate if you shared this video. So today we're going to talk about anemones. So maybe if you haven't taken any notes on this before, I do recommend pop off, get yourself a notebook and pen. You can pause this video and then come back. So then you can make a list of all our top tips for increasing the longevity of anemones. So first thing to write down is all flowers have a meaning, okay? A lot of you might realise that. And the meaning behind anemones is sincerity. So that's why they would be used quite a lot in wedding work. So some brides and some grooms are quite sincere. The variety of these anemones are white pandas. So you'll see like they have a black centre. They haven't been treated or conditioned yet. So again, you'll see the centre of the flower a lot more when they've actually been hydrated. So little notes for you to write down. They're available from September to May. So that's when they're in season, that's when they will be available. But the peak of the season is between December and April. So if you buy them within that time frame, you will find that the price will be that little bit lower. And that's why we often suggest to people about suggesting flowers that are in season to your bride. So longevity, they last between 5 and 7 days. Now 7 days is kind of pushing it, okay? So just to be aware of that, but anything between 5 and 7 days. But they do like to be kept in a cool room. So if you have them in a warm room or you've sent them out as a gift to somebody and their house is quite warm, you will find that they'll only get the 5 days out of it. They normally like a temperature of anything around 2 degrees Celsius, so you can see that is quite cold. Now I know I have the white panda variety here today, but they are available in lots of colours. So again, for people that like kind of them colourful bouquets or colourful bunches, there's such a huge range. So write down the colours that you can get available. Obviously are white ones, but there's some amazing reds, pinks, purples, cerise and a really vibrant blue shade, which is really unusual. Now, more notes to write down. They drink lots and lots of water. They're a bit like the Irish, they're thirsty, okay? They have a hollow stem and like you could have your vase half filled with water, check them the following day and the water will nearly be gone completely. So they drink loads. So again with your customer, it's really important that you say that to them and remind them to top up the vase every day. What will happen is, if they're not getting the water up the stem, the heads can start to look a little bit dehydrated. So what you can do is you can submerge the heads in water just for a short period of time, 20-30 minutes would be ideal, and that will revive the heads and bring them back up again. The other thing I would suggest to your customers, and even you in a flower shop, is cut maybe 1 centimetre off them every day. As you know, every time you cut a flower, it immediately sucks up water. So again, you're giving them that extra little boost, you know what I mean, is to get lots and lots of water up the stem. As they have a hollow stem, they're not really suitable for flower arranging or for floral foam arranging, okay? First of all, it's very hard to get them into the floral foam, and then plus they don't take up the water as readily or as quickly. But they're ideal for foam-free displays, hand-tied bunches, mixed bunches, you know, that way, or again, using in a glass vase container, or as I said, a foam-free idea. What else can we tell you about them? We've talked about curving them. If you do have them in a warm room, as I said, they can open up very fast. Because the, I suppose, peak season is kind of like winter, springtime, ideal flowers for mixing with them is tulips and ranunculus. So again, if you're making up mixed bunches and you mix the tulips and the ranunculus and the anemones together, they just look amazing. And especially if you're looking for that real pop of colour or bold colours, you know the way, you can make them very, very vibrant. They're perfect for spring weddings, and a lot of brides would request them, do you know that way, in their wedding bouquets. Hopefully I've answered most of your questions. Obviously you probably have something there you'd love to ask. Why don't you post your questions in the comments? We will respond back to everybody who comments underneath. And again, if you do have any questions about our courses here at the school, drop us an email, info@flowerschoolisland.com. And in the meantime, we would really appreciate if you shared our top tip videos. My name is Janette and I'm from Case Flower School.